book review, so let me know how you think it goes. I'll be reviewing the commemorative edition Necronomicon. Yes, the best of weird tales of H.P. Lovecraft. A quick bit of backstory on my obsession with H.P. Lovecraft is that it originates from the computer game Alone in the Dark, and then when I did some research about the backgrounds of the game, I discovered that they took a lot of source material from H.P. Lovecraft. I also read quite a lot of his books, a lot of the comic books that are inspired by him, and all the information to do with him I've read on Wikipedia and lots of things like that. So I've tried to divulge and ingest a lot of information about him, and I really recommend you guys read him because his works, because he is decades in front of his time. You know, this book is quite old now, very old in fact, but he's almost in front of modern storytelling. As long as you can get around the fact that it's uses older language, I think you'll be in for a real treat and a real scare. So just take your time when reading it, ingest it all in, and it's a fantastic read. And that goes for pretty much all of his books. One of my favourites, as you can guess from the BADGERTEERS episodes, is Call of Cthulhu. So I really enjoyed that. Some of his notable fans are Stephen King, Neil Gaiman, and I can't think of any better two people to publicise. I really like the drawings in this book, as you can see. There's some really fantastic drawings. That's obviously the totem statue with Cthulhu on. Let's have a look. So you're getting quite a lot of bang for your buck with this book. There's quite a lot of them. I'll go through each one. You've got Night Gaunts, Dagon, The Statement of Randolph Carter, The Doom That Came to Sarnath, The Cats of Uthar, The Nameless City, Herbert West Re-Animator, a classic, or turned into, of course, one of my favourite horror films. The Music of Erin Zan, The Lurking Fear, The Hound, The Rats in the Walls, that's a classic tale I recommend you all read as well. Under the Pyramids, very spooky that one. The Unnameable, In the Vault, The Outsider, The Horror at Red Hook, The Colour Out of Space. I need to reread that one because I didn't get on with it the first time round. Pickman's Model, another very, very scary short story, recommend that one. The Call of Cthulhu, fantastic one. Cool Air, The Shunned House, The Silver Key, The Dunwich Horror, which is another classic one. The Whisper in the Darkness, The Strange High House in the Mist, The Dreams in the Witch House, From Beyond, Through the Gates of the Silver Key, At the Mountains of Madness, also a very well publicised short story. The Shadow over Innsmouth, The Shadow Out of Time, The Haunter in the Dark, The Thing on the Doorstep, The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, The Dream Quest of the Unknown Kadath, To a Dreamer, and of course An Afterword. So you're getting all of that content in this book for around about £15 to £20 depending on your retail price. I'm just going to show you some of the drawings in the book. There we are. That's one of my favourites. There's so much in here, it was well worth £20. Whereas I'm just going to hunt for another good drawing to show you all. I really like the Rats in the Walls, that's one of my favourite ones. Very unsettling. I can definitely see where Stephen King got his inspiration for the title Rats. There you go, there's another really good drawing. This book is really well bound. It's lasted quite a long time because I've had this book for quite a while now. Even though it's become popular, I've had this for about 4 to 5 years I think now, at least. There you go, there's a map of the town of Innsmouth. Okay. There's plenty of other drawings in here that I recommend you have a look once you purchase it. You could probably spend about 20 minutes looking just at the drawings. "Lovecraft opened the way for me as he had done for others before me," said Stephen King. So as you can see, it's all in gold etching, and you've got the Cthulhu totem on the front there. It looks really nice, and I think this will adorn any horror fan's bookshelf. Let me see. Yeah, so Herbert West's Re-Animator was also a classic. Mountains of Madness. But of course the most famous one is definitely Herbert West's Re-Animator, because of the films that came out. It's probably his highest publicised work. But of course, did anyone actually know who it was written by? Not really. So that's interesting, isn't it? That I don't think anyone actually knew it was by H.P. Lovecraft, because they don't really publicise that in the film. I did like the fact that recently there was a Re-Animator and Army of Darkness crossover comic. If you love comics and you love Herbert West and you love Army of Darkness, it's a winner. It's a really good story, so and I really enjoy the way they tie the two universes in. Fantastic watch. Let's have a quick peruse. Yeah, so in the afterword they do talk about his life and the fact that who he was with, and I found that really interesting in the afterword as well. So it talks about all his life, which is very good, and his wife, partner. It's always interesting to hear about these people's lives, and because obviously it was so long ago, he's obviously got some interesting facts, you know, and their lives were so different to ours, so it's like an outsider looking into the past. It's fantastic. So here I found another really nice drawing, so I recommend that you pick this up. I managed to pick this book up a while ago at a manga all-night film festival, and I really recommend, if you can get it cheap as I did, I think I purchased it for about £15, go for it. I think the retail price is about 20, so if you can get it for about 15, it's fantastic. Okay, Badgerteers, I'm just going to finish up and I'll give you my Badgertastic rating of 10 out of 10 for this book. You'll be reading it and looking at it for hours. Well worth £20. It's really well made, really well bounded, and it looked fantastic on anyone's bookshelf, especially a horror fan this Christmas. See you later, Badgerteers. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.